What I have for you today is La Maritza by Sylvie Vartan. It's one of the most beautiful French songs, and it's made a comeback on many short videos. If you go, you'll hear this probably in the background. Now, I've married it today with a visual, The Invention of Love. I've updated it to 2025, a mixed marriage that I think you will agree with is pretty good. And I think Sylvie, who's still about, just retired from singing, her son is now a singer, I think she'll be smiling at this. The thing about Sylvie Vartan is she's one of those singers that eludes people a lot, because really, you really need to be a French-speaking person to, of a certain age, to really know who she was. But because she's back and because her music is becoming more current, I decided to put, even in the research, a mix mash about this song. Now, although the specific lyrics of this specific song are not available, and yes, you can go to various websites and get versions, but as I said, the specific lyrics that was penned originally by Jean Renard and Pierre Delano are not available. There's been, how can one say, interpretations of the lyrics. And what I've done from the interpretations is I put together a meaning from the context of what the lyrics are about. Because the song has come back, it's nice to know a bit about the artist herself, Sylvie Vartan, and it's also nice to know what the song means, especially when it's being played a lot. And it intrigued me as well. It's one of those subtle songs that you just ease into and ease out of. It's as simple as that. It's 3.5 minutes of bliss. Now, it's a captivating song, and I featured it on her 1968 album. And this track, which showcases Vartan's signature style because of the vocals, was penned, as I said, by Jean Renard and Pierre Delano, and it was also released as an EP and the second single from the album. Although when you go and you're looking for the lyrics and you go to Genius Lyrics, she does have a self-titled album, Sylvie Vartan, and it's the first single. So regardless of where it is, what it's about, we're going to take a listen and come back, and I'll give you the context of what I truly feel is one of those easing you from winter into springtime. You can, hence why the start of this video is her smelling a flower. That's almost symbolic of what's ahead of us. Enjoy, come back, and I'll give you the context.
Maritza, c'est ma rivière, comme la Seine et la tienne. Mais il n'y a que mon père maintenant qui années, il ne me reste plus rien, rien. Et pourtant, les yeux fermés, moi j'entends mon père chanter ce refrain. La, la.
Now, if I say so myself, that video really went well. It was called The Invention of Love, and it's an animated short film. It does go on for 9 minutes, but I extracted what I needed for the video to showcase Sylvie Vartan and the song that's doing the rounds, as they say. She was born in Bulgaria as a French pop singer and the whole of impresionario of Bulgarian, Hungarian and Armenian origin. And born to a Bulgarian, Armenian father and a Hungarian mother. In 2005, Sylvie was appointed as WHO Goodwill Ambassador for maternal and child health in the European region of her home country. Her European hits include, in English, Out of Gas, Like a Boy, I Have a Problem, I Really Think I Love You, The Most Beautiful to Go Dancing, which is very popular as well at the moment. I might even review that one. And Love is Like a Cigarette, I think encapsulates that voice. We go now straight into the meaning, and as I said, we're only doing a context because you cannot really find the actual meaning of the songs, but my research came to this. In the absence of lyrics, it says we can analyze the song's potential structure and themes, and the song may begin with a reflective tone, setting the stage for a story of love, hence Why I Married It, that either blossomed or faced challenges. The verses could depict vivid imagery of moments shared between lovers, perhaps highlighting the beauty of their connection and the bittersweet nature of memories. As the song progresses, it might transition into a more passionate chorus where Vartan's powerful vocals convey the intensity of her feelings, and this section could serve as an emotional climax, expressing a yearning for the past or a desire to rekindle a lost romance. The use of melodic hooks and harmonies would enhance the emotional weight of the lyrics, drawing listeners to the narrative. Finally, the bridge of the song could introduce a moment of introspection, where she, Sylvia, contemplates the complexities of love through the lyrics as she's singing and the passage of time. This reflection segment often resonates with listeners who have experienced similar feelings of nostalgia and longing. And finally, the song could conclude with a return to the initial themes, perhaps leaving an audience with a sense of unresolved emotions, who knows, mirroring the often tumultuous nature of love itself. Perfectly describes this particular song, La Maritza. Now, people have said, is there a meaning? Because they couldn't find a meaning. Now, I couldn't, but what it does say is an invention of two words in English and Spanish. Hence why I've done the thumbnail in the sea theme with Sylvia fronting it, and either side two people and the love connection that has been broken. I thought it warranted an explanation even in the thumbnail, and this is what, and I'm just going to bring it up because again it's all live. And what does Maritza mean in English? And this is what it says: bitterness or beloved. What does it mean in Spanish? Now, it has its origins in the Spanish language, and it's derived from the words mar, which means sea, and it's, which translates to bitter in English. The combination gives the name a dual meaning, representing both the vastness and the power of the sea, as well as a hint of bitterness, which perfectly is what Sylvia's vocals is about. So Sylvie Vartan, thank you for a beautiful song, very popular at the moment. I hope you enjoyed my exploration of what it was about and the contents of the lyrics, and I hope you enjoyed the marriage of the video, the invention of love I put together with it. But now, take care. Thanks for listening.